As a follow-up to my previous first impressions video, I thought I'd do a bit more of an in-depth, detailed look at the Greenworks 22-inch commercial lawnmower. This is the Optimus. They're all singing, all dancing. Self-propelled, cast aluminium deck mower. Fantastic mower, to be honest with you. Really cracking bit of kit. So let's go through some of the details. So batteries, it takes 2 batteries and they both go in here. They just slide in like most battery mowers. That closes down and seals up. That's all plastic, but yeah, no dramas with that. It's got a 70-litre Dacron style catcher, which is like a bagged, like a net style, similar to that of a Honda 216. Single point height adjustment with 7 different stages going from 20 up to, I think it's 100 mil. So plenty of different height settings for you there, with 20 mil being the lowest, which is just about good enough, I reckon, for a battery mower. 20 mil, that's good. 25 is not quite low enough, but this goes down to 20, which is great. I will say when it's on its lowest setting, number 1, it does drag the back slightly, so it's got to be quite a flat lawn. But I have got a spacer on this one. Greenworks has brought out a spacer to lower the blade slightly within the machine. So I found that that's helped a lot. So I can now cut most of my lawns on height setting number 2, but it's still low enough to get the height of cut that I need. So, and then if you go down to number 1, it's even lower than, it's probably cutting at around 16 mil then, which is great for a battery mower. But you have to have quite a flat lawn for that. So this is classed by Greenworks as an all-terrain mower. It's got really good beefed up wheels, able to, according to their website, it's able to mow on a slope of up to 25 degrees, which is quite steep. And they are really good. They're heavy duty rubberized metal wheels. This is plastic on the top here, as I mentioned, but everything else is like solid metal. All the controls, I'll come in for a closer look at those in a sec. They're all just solid. It doesn't feel like anything's going to break on this mower. Really impressive. Even like this is all metal, and it's super like sprung loaded, so you don't get any kind of stuff coming out when you're mowing. Everything's contained. There's no wires hanging out to get caught. Even these ones come into the handlebars and go up to the controls. They're not sort of cable tied to the handlebar or anything like that. Really good design. Let's have a look at the blades while we're here. Just take that out. Quite like my fingers, just in case. If I tilt it up that way, we should be able to see. So it's like a dual blade. It's got the smaller one here and then the larger bar blade here, and it works really well. I found this bag's really good, better than I expected it to for a single bar blade. I'd say it bags better than I've got a Makita with a disc and 4 swing backs, and I'd say this probably bags a little bit better than that in both dry and wet, damp conditions. So that was quite impressive. So with those blade speeds, they say it's going to get up to 17,000. I think that's revolutions at the tip, which is about average, which is not average. That's at the top end, which is good for battery mowers. And it's equivalent to a 230cc engine, the motor in this. And I found it to be, very good in comparison to something like a 216. The Honda still, in my opinion, has a bit more grunt to get through some of the thicker stuff. Now, when you're mowing sort of damp couch that's thick and thatchy, I find this sometimes can bog down. I've never had it stop yet, but it bogs slightly, but it carries on going. And the Honda does the same thing. It bogs slightly and carries on going. So I'd say this is about as close as you're going to get at the moment to something like the benchmark, in my opinion, which is a 216 for commercial lawn mowing. As I said earlier, it's got the 22-inch cast aluminium deck with a steel protection thing around it. I don't know if you can see that on the camera there. So you can see that around the bottom there. So, as I said, like everything on it, built solid. Handlebars, they don't quick release. They've just got the 2, wing nuts like most, like a Honda 216 for example, and then this whole bar just folds down. So it's not quick release. You wouldn't really want to be folding it down in between mows. So you'd need somewhere to put this on a trailer or on the back of the ute. It is quite heavy. It's about 55-ish kilos without batteries. So you're not going to be lifting it in all the time. Not if you value your back anyway, or you're a 22-year-old gun that's just going for life. But for me, I've been doing this for a while now, and I don't want to be lifting that in and out of the ute all day, every day. So, and it's quite long. So you're going to, factor that into your trailer design or whatever. Get some ramps for the ute, because it's heavy. It's like a beast. So with the blade speed on this, it goes up to 3,000 RPM and down to 2,600 when it's in auto. So slow, I think, is 2,800, high is 3,000, and then when you got it in the auto mode, it will sort of run along at 2,600 until it finds something when it ramps up to 3,000. I've generally just run it in the high power mode. I want as maximum power as I can get out of a lawnmower generally. The most suction, the most everything. Self-propelled as well, so you've got 6 settings on here, which I'll bring the camera in and run through with you in a sec, so you can see all that in a bit more detail. Yeah, other than that, I'd say it's just a really good mower. You can get the bag in and out of here without, there's no bar in the way, which is great. It comes with the mulch plug as well, so you can catch, you can mulch, and I believe you can rear discharge as well. I think it has a separate thing that I don't think it comes with that. Single stage height adjustment, as I said earlier, which makes a massive difference. Loads of mowers come out these days that 2 isn't too bad, like the Ego Commercial, but having 4, like the new Still that's coming out, having 4 individual wheels to adjust, to lift and lower the height of the deck is just, I'm not a big fan of that personally, because when you're doing it, like if you've got 15 properties to get to every day, and every one is at a different height, and sometimes the back lawn's a different height to the front lawn, that's a heck of a lot of fiddling around with the wheels. You just need to be able to, in my opinion, you just need to be able to go bang, mow it, and then back lawn or whatever, bang, go. If you're doing that and then that, all 4 wheels, nah, that's a big no-no for me personally. But I don't know, maybe that new Still one will be epic and it won't matter so much. But I like the fact that you can adjust everything with one. Let's slide that in there. Let's bring the camera in, I'll show you the controls. Oh, one of the other things I like about this is when you turn it on, you ever listen to this, when you self-propelled, it doesn't make a noise, totally silent, which is cool. I like that. Okay, so you power it on here, and just look at this design, like the whole thing. It's got these metal covers for anything that is plastic, but these buttons are just absolutely solid. I can't imagine these are ever going to break. And they're covered by these metal hoops, which is great. So the power on button there, you've got your blade speed here, as I mentioned earlier. So auto, that's from 2,600 RPM up to 3,000, which is the top. Then you've got low speed, which is 2,800, and then you've got your high speed there, which is 3,000. Everything's indicated in the screen here. So you've got total runtime, you've got your battery levels on there and on the bottom here, and then you've got your blade speeds there. So drive mode, this is your self-propelled, so you've got 7 different settings there. I find that 4 is the fastest I ever need to go, generally 3, but yeah. And then you've got your light switch on the right here, which, if you need to mow at night, you're good to go. Not that I've ever mowed at night, I do enough of it in the daytime, but there must be some folks out there that want to mow at night because they keep putting these lights on mowers. So nice and easy, on, off. Super clear screen, you can see that when you're going along in any of the sunlights. This is really thick. I've just dethatched it and I'm mowing it as well. I'm not just picking up the turf, the thatch, I'm actually mowing it as well. So it's, it's probably the worst scenario you could put a mower through. also got dual independent hub motors in the wheels, which makes it easy to drive around, smooth, and that's why it's quiet. You can't hear anything on it. Really cool. And there isn't a delay when you go forward and you pull it back to, it just pulls back. There's no weight, which sometimes a lot of them they lock for safety maybe, so it doesn't fall back on you, but they lock and then you've got to wait a couple of 1 or 2 seconds before you can pull it back, which when you're going back and forth all day makes quite a difference. So there's none of that on here, which is great. And according to Greenworks, this needs no maintenance for 1,000 hours. So you can buy this mower, which does cost a fair bit, I'll be honest with you. It's a hefty investment. I think it's about 3.5 grand for this kit with the batteries and the charger and everything, which you kind of need. That's about $3,000 or $3,500, I think, from memory. And so, you know, it's a big investment, but you invest in it once and then you haven't got to do anything on it for at least 1,000 hours. That's what they say on the website anyway. And for the price of fuel at the moment, that doesn't sound like a bad investment. So initially it's expensive, but you'll get that back within a year for sure. Which, you know, that's a lot. There's a lot in that. If you've got solar at home and you can charge your batteries for free, even better. So overall, would I recommend this mower to the commercial guys out there? It's probably not a mower that your everyday homeowner is going to buy. It's too much really for that. But for the commercial guys, I would say this is probably one of the best ones you can get at the moment. Build quality is second to none, in my opinion. It's just great. They've really nailed that. Ergonomics, weight is a little bit heavy, but that's what you get with the big commercial mower. The Ego is the same. The Honda 216 is the same. This is heavy. This is built like a brick, you know, house. Another standout of this machine is the runtime. I've been running it with the 7.2 amp hour battery in there and I've been getting great runtime. I can't really state an exact figure because it varies depending on the thickness of the lawn, if I'm self-propelling it, a few variables, but runtime is better than I expected, and I think it's probably better than the equivalent mowers because it's 82 volt. You're getting a lot of watt hours in those batteries. So I'd say runtime is excellent on this mower and the hand tools. And that leads me to the other thing is, you know, would I recommend this to commercial guys? It's not just the mower you've got to think about, it's the other tools as well. Are the hedges any good? Is the blower good? Is the whippy good? Because you might have the best mower in the world, but if you don't want to use the other tools, it's quite an investment. And then you've got to invest in another battery platform for the other tools, which I think is where some of the other brands get let down slightly. They might have great hand tools, but the mower's not very good, or vice versa. And in my humble experience, having used these for a couple of weeks now, the whole kit, and I'll talk about the other tools in another video shortly, the whole kit is actually really good. The mower's a standout, apart from the fact that on its very lowest setting, the whole mower, the base of the mower just can drag a little bit, so I don't love that, but you can get around that with the spacer, as I said, running it on level 2, and if you're on a super flat lawn, it's okay. So, but other than that minor detail, everything else about this mower is excellent, really, really good. And I don't think you'll be disappointed as a commercial guy buying this mower and then investing in the other tools as well. The blower, super powerful. I'll talk about it in separate videos. The whippy, really nice, probably one of my favorites, having compared it to the Husqvarna that is my favorite and has been for many years. The ST131, which is the sort of smaller version of the two that they do, fantastic, really great control, balance, ergonomics, but I'll talk about that in another video. So the whippy, the hedges are really good, fast blade speeds, good balance, all of it so far that I've used has been really good. So as a package, I highly recommend it. So great work, Greenworks. Yeah, really good. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you found that helpful. And if you've got any questions on this mower or any of the other tools that I'm going to talk about in separate videos, let me know and I'll get back to you in the comments. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.